All right. Girl Group Studios crew, can you feel that energy? This isn't just another Friday at the beach house. This is it, fam. This is the Girl Group Studios Beach House Poolside Jams finale. We are live from the beach house. It's been a nonstop, no filter, real talk season, and you, the crew, brought the vibes every single week. Thank you for riding every single week with us. And as much as I want to soak up every last drop of this summer heat, I've got something to hit you with right at the top. Something major, something that's going to carry this energy and this connection we've built straight into a whole new season of discovery. You know, as we stand here at the peak of an absolutely incredible season with Girl Group Studios, my heart is just overflowing with gratitude every single week. The music, the deep dives, special guests, it has just truly been a gift. This show, the platform, it's truly allowed me to share, learn, grow, build something that is just so special and memorable. And as much as I'm going to cherish every single moment of this Girl Group Studios journey, life, like the seasons, gently moves us forward, guiding us to new beginnings. And for me, that movement is leading me towards a new, deeply personal chapter, a journey I feel called to embark on, and one I'm ready to share hand in hand with each of you, the listeners. It's time to truly dive deeper than ever before because I am incredibly thrilled to announce Quanie podcast is officially beginning for a brand new season premiering October 6th. We're leaving the sand and the surf and all the incredible fun of the beach house behind. And now we're heading straight to the heart, to the very core of who we are, where our stories truly begin. I'll be realistically exploring profound themes of home, family, and connection that shape us ultimately, gently yet powerfully navigating the intricate dance of family dynamics that define so much of our experiences, and most importantly, guiding you, each and every one of you, towards stepping into your most authentic, most powerful, highest self. So this is more than just a podcast. It's definitely an extension of me. It's an extension of just where I'm coming from right now. And it's an invitation more than anything to see differently and live fully. I'm all about a new perspective and real growth. And I truly believe you won't want to miss it. All right, get ready for that, fam. But for this moment, for this epic finale, we couldn't just end it quietly. We had to bring it out with the big guns. We got an incredible talent, a creative powerhouse, and someone I'm just absolutely hyped to chat with. She's calling in to the beach house right now, live on the line. Give it up for the amazing Savanah Mears. Savannah, my friend.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. So thrilled you're calling in to join me for our Girl Group Studios Beach House Poolside Jams finale.
Well, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
I'm really looking forward to our chill chat today about just music and directing and just catching up. And we got to dive into your newfound love for Lord, which I was just listening to before the call. I was listening to Hammer. We can get into that, and we can also talk about Benson Boone and why why he isn't quite hitting the mark for
We
you.
can leave him out of it. I don't want to slander
Okay.
his name.
I'd love to hear all about your experience scoring B, although I know you're very low key, but you do play instruments, and I had to dig that up. And also your experience just with co-directing my Peace music video. You can tell everybody all about the water experience and how interesting it was. Give it to him, Sav. And and then also, it's just going to be a good conversation. This is the last episode of Girl Group Studios, and I made an announcement earlier in the show that I'm launching Quanie, the podcast, on October 6th. And it's just all about home, family, and connections. And I'll give you more later. But we're making a pivot to just much more deeper topics that I like to discuss.
That's amazing. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you. All right, Savannah, before we dive into the deep end of music and directing, since this is the Girl Group Studios Beach House finale, we got to play a quick game to get you warmed up. It's called This or That Poolside Edition. Are you game?
I'm game.
Okay. Love that energy. Love the energy. You ready? First up, pool or ocean?
Ocean. Love both. I grew up swimming, so I always love a pool moment, but I think like the ambiance and just the outdoorsness, I'll say, of being at the ocean is quite pleasant. Just sitting on the sand, thinking about life. It's really a good experience. So I'll go with that.
Yes. Yes, Sav. I'm with you. Ocean all the way, fam. Gotta have those waves. Okay, next. Ice cream or popsicle?
I'll go with ice cream. Yeah, I'm more
You know
so
what?
like a frozen yogurt or gelato person, but ice cream can hit sometimes, depending on where it's from, for me.
I can respect that. Okay, when I come to LA, can we please go to this is a throwback. I haven't been there in years, but can we go to Jones on 3rd and get ice cream from there?
Ooh, they have ice cream? That's great to know. I would love
I
to
love
go there. I would love to go
I
there
lo
with you.
Okay, that's a date. I'm into that. Okay, let's do it. I can respect that. Let's do it. Yeah, my go-to is ice cream, but popsicles are great too.
They
All right,
are,
and
they are.
yeah, they are. Everyone has space. All right, last one for the quick round. Day party or night swim at the beach house?
Oh, that's a tough one because they're both giving good vibes, but they're both giving
Mm,
different vibes. You know what? I'm gonna go with a night swim. I'm gonna go with a night party just because it's summer, things are starting to pop off, events are happening, people wanna be outside, and I think doing a cool little night party by the pool just sounds like a vibe to me right now. So I'm gonna go with
and you
that.
know what? I'm right there with you. Night swim just has that magical energy. All right, Sav. Now that we're officially warmed up, let's dive into the amazing creative world of Savannah, shall we? Let's do this. All right, Savannah. I also want to know. Let's dive into your playlist. We gotta talk, Lord. What is it about her sound, her vibe, especially this new project? Because I feel like it's very similar to Charlie XCX, where she's having like a resurgence.
Yes,
So let me know what's up.
yeah, I kind of told you offline just how I only knew like her bigger hits, like I don't know, Team and Tennis Court and that sort of thing, and never really had heard like a full album all the way through. And then she released her single "What Was That" not too long ago, and I heard that and I was like, wow, this is really hitting. I don't know, it's like a bop, but also if you listen to her lyrics, they're quite like profound. You could tell like they're coming from a place, a very personal place. And I just started listening to like her whole discography and was like, wow, that's the case through it all. And she has done a few interviews recently in light of this album. Yeah, just hearing like her journey through who she like was. She thought she had to be a certain type of person and look a certain way and make music a certain way and have it sound a certain way, and then just over the last several years as she's been making this album, just really come to terms with like she feels like more comfortable with herself and like her gender expression and her music style. And I found that really resonated as far as like over the years trying to maybe be someone I thought I was meant to be, and to coming into turning 30 and being like, I get to be whoever I want to be and what feels most true to me. And that's what I hear when I listen to her music. So it really strikes deep for me, but also it's a bop. If you listen to What Was That, dare I say that's not just the song of the summer, but a song you can listen to for the whole year. It's just like, I don't know, it makes you want to get on your feet and go outside. So that's how I feel about
Love
it.
that.
But yeah, so I'm really digging her and I'm excited for this album. So
I love that. I'm excited for it too. You said so much. It was so much. It's so much to unpack. I do agree with like when I was listening to it. I agree. I felt like I was listening to different songs, which was great. It builds up. The lyrics are very thoughtful. Like just it's refreshing. It's not aggressive. Like it's very, but it's still a bop at the same time. I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm gonna get more into the singles, but I love your perspective on it, and also just getting into like what has she created prior to this moment, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I feel you on all of that. And speaking of just the raw and honesty, moving from the sonic to the visual, you co-directed Peace, my music video. So what was it like stepping into the director role, and what was the ultimate vision for you? Although I had my own visions, but
right.
I would love to hear your own perspective. Honestly, I really would.
Yeah, no, I obviously love working with you. We've collaborated a lot in the past on some of my short films and, even on projects that haven't come to be yet. We just are always brainstorming creatively together, and I always really admire and appreciate the vision you have for things and the intention you put behind things. And when you showed me the song, I firstly just loved it and thought you did an amazing job with it. I know we kind of went through a few different ideas for what the visual could look like and ultimately landed on this beach one inspired by Yellow by Coldplay, but with your own twist on it. And I thought it was still a good fit for the song, coming from, we maybe had a more like, not, I guess elaborate isn't the right word, but a more like complicated, I guess, vision that wasn't as simple, but I think sometimes simple is better. And I think it was in this case. And yeah, you were there. It was an experience. We woke up very, very early and got our butts over to Malibu and did the thing. And yeah, you saw me struggle walking backwards holding that camera, but you crushed it. I think the end result was really beautiful and well worth everything that you put into it. And yeah, it's definitely something I'm very proud to have been a part of, and it's cool that it continues to live on. People are still seeing it and hearing your song, and there's so much more to come from you. So it's very exciting to have been a part of the first one.
Absolutely. Savannah, that you crushed it, and everything you said, I just send you a big virtual hug. Truly love everything that we create. I can go on and on and on and on and on. I'm a big fan of your work, period. Thank you for hiring me consistently, constantly. Yes, I will accept this role, but always and forever from you. Savannah, thank you just for calling in and making my finale something special. And you crushed it, from the this or that game to talking about your experiences. Is there anything else we can chop it up about? Is there anything else you would love to share, promote, anything you would love to let anyone know in the future? Because, we live in a generation where this podcast might not be the hottest thing now, but you never know. In 5 years, someone can discover it and she's like, wow, the manifestation. Anything you want to put out there?
This is so true. Well, it is. Thank you. It's an honor to just be here with you. So thank you for having me at your very special finale of the beach house.
Dogs are barking. It's
Birds
a
are
zillion degrees
chirping.
outside. Birds are chirping. It's a Disney movie.
It's beautiful. I love it. I love it here. No, I would just like to say, Mr. Benson Boone, I really have nothing personal against you. I honestly have never even heard a full song of his, but I know people are really loving him, and he's hot at the moment. So I'll just let him do his thing. And yeah, I do, as you said, I play music myself, but I think it's something that anyone and everyone can find so like personal to them, like listening to a song, or like you can picture certain music videos or songs you've heard and seeing that just makes such a big impact on your life or your creative vision for things and that sort of thing. So it's been cool, I guess. Yeah, nothing else to really say. I would love to hear what you've been listening to lately. What, I'm sure you've already shared it.
No, I do. I have a question for you, though. Do you see yourself scoring more films? Because that is exactly what I wanted to delve deeper into. Like, I've seen people ask in the comments of that film, like, who scored this, or can I use this music? And I don't think that's anything to sleep on. So do you see yourself scoring any more projects?
It is humbling and flattering to see those things, because I really, with the B, I really struggled with the score. I am not a piano player. I play guitar and drums mainly, and I can play piano by ear, but I could picture and hear in my brain what I wanted it to sound like, and it was really hard for me to like find that sound that already existed. So I tried to create it myself, and it still wasn't necessarily connecting, and ultimately ended up, as it is, and I am proud of it, but it wasn't quite what I had envisioned, if that makes sense. Like I wish it was a more grander, like professional version of what I had played and used, but that was definitely a very interesting experience, I'll say. I did enjoy it, but I think I recently heard a I guess it'd be called like a music supervisor speak, and I think something more like that is more up my alley. Because I'm not as like musically trained, if that makes sense. I would love to like.
Well, yeah, classically,
Right.
I'm not I get you what you're saying,
Yeah.
but it doesn't take away from your artistry. The fact that you can still, that it can come through your mind, and you can navigate someone else to say, okay, this is what I want it to sound like, is pretty fast. That's, not everyone has that. Not everyone can write a song. Like, you would think that, oh, everyone can write a song. Not everyone can write a song. I can't play the piano, so.
It's true.
I'm just, this is a very supportive environment on
Well,
this show.
thank you. Yeah, you really learn to like play to your strengths, right? So like the next film we did, which you were also a very big part of, I Hate Mirrors, I hired some friends to score that one, and that really like taught me how to describe in words, like how to better communicate the sound that I wanted, because we did go through some edits and they did an amazing job in the end. And yeah, that was like a different, instead of doing it alone, I was now communicating to other musicians and saying, here's what I want it to sound like. Here's the final edit. Can you like make that happen type thing? So I definitely could see myself doing that more. I think for the rest of any project I do, movie, show, short film, I would love to have a hand in the selection of music and the style of that sort. Like even when I'm writing on different projects now, I create different playlists for each one. And that's either music I listen to while I'm working on it and also music I can picture being in the final cut of things. So yeah, I do enjoy that part of the process, and I think because when your music is just one sense, right, like audio, but if you put a video to it, now you're like touching on multiple senses, and that's the same with film. And I think sound and music and the sound design is just like plays a huge part of what the audience feels. So I do enjoy having a hand in that, and yeah, I think it's something you can tell if you watch something, the sound or the soundtrack and the score definitely really makes a difference. Yeah, it's a big part of it. It's a big part of that process, and yeah, I would like to get better at it for sure.
I I agree. Definitely, the music is where I begin with any type of narrative work. Like, I'm like, what is the music like? Even for this show, although we're doing it just we're talking, I'm thinking about the music behind this conversation and so forth. So it was definitely very important. And I did a whole episode about that, just music and TV and film and how it just wasn't long enough, to be honest. But you asked a question earlier about what am I listening to, and
Yes.
Savannah. It is a zillion degrees outside, so I'm listening to everything that makes me feel like I'm on an island right now, or just I'm embracing it. This is my weather. I'm very just motivated. A lot of odd things. But honestly, check out the Girl Group Studios playlist, and everything on there is what I'm listening to, especially the I don't
Mm,
even know, but I just
war.
have like weird yes, I have like weird things on my playlist. So
You know,
because I'm just in a zany place these days.
no, that's amazing. You know, quick funny thing about that song is I was in like a rock band in middle school. It was like,
Yes.
you know, 11, 12-year-olds playing at sports bars, like 80s or 90s rock music. But we did that song with the cowbell and it was amazing. So anytime I hear that song, I feel like I'm back at that place. But now I'm gonna picture myself just in a tropical setting. So I love that.
Can we make a movie out of that, like a School of Rock, but make that like the highlight of the scene? We'll get a bunch of scrappy 11, 12-year-olds with a cowbell because we need that. The kids need a film like that. Just a bunch of rockers, teenagers with like striped t-shirts and Converses. Like, I'm just
They
saying,
do. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk about that.
reliving the past. Well, Savannah, thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for being a great guest. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to sign off. I'm going to let you go.
Well, thank you again for having me. I always enjoy creating with you and working with you, and it's been so cool to see what you're doing with Girl Group Studios. And so it's an honor to be a small part of this episode. And yeah, just sending you so much love, and I can't wait to see you next and go to, did we say Jones?
Jones, is it Jones
Jones
on
on
third? Yeah,
Third.
Jones on third. We got to get the butter pecan ice cream. That's
Oh.
exactly what it is.
Okay, I'll see you there.
Are you into that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that sounds
Okay.
amazing. I'll see you there.
I'll see you there. All right. Peace out.
Peace.
And to all of you, the incredible Girl Group Studios crew, for every listen, every share, every comment, and every piece of real talk you engaged with this summer. You made this show legendary. We literally couldn't have done it without you. This is our last call from the beach house for now, but mark my words, this isn't goodbye. It's just the beginning. In the fall, Quanie, the podcast begins. Until then, take care of yourselves, and I cannot wait to connect with you. Peace.